SUPERSTAT. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Boudreaux Nelson, and I am here today to talk to you about something I just learned about, and it is about digital twins. I don't know if you've heard about this. This was new to me, and I need to share it because apparently medicine is officially becoming science fiction. And so, again, the term is digital twins. And no, I do not mean like your evil twin from a soap opera. I mean like a virtual data-driven version of a patient, built from things like lab results, imaging, genetics, EHR data, wearable data, like your Fitbit, medications, and even like clinical history. The idea is that this digital version of you could help to simulate what might happen in real life. So disease progression, treatment response, surgical planning, medication risk, and maybe even like your future health outcomes. This sounds super fake, but what I'm learning is that it's very much not fake. And in a Nature's, one of their affiliate journals called Digital Medicine, in 2024 did a review of this. It described digital twins as this emerging area in healthcare that has applications across precision medicine, chronic disease, cardiology, oncology, and health system modeling. And then a scoping review was done in 2025, which noted that human digital twins are meant to be personalized, they're meant to be dynamically updated, and predictive enough to help inform clinical decision making. And if that wasn't enough to get you like thinking about digital twins, like it was to me, here's where it gets really, really interesting. One of the most advanced areas in this space is cardiology, and researchers have been using what they call personalized digital heart models to simulate arrhythmias and help plan treatment. Johns Hopkins just led a clinical trial using digital heart twins, quote unquote twins, right, to guide treatment for ventricular tachycardia in small groups of patients. And they even published this in the New England Journal of Medicine and the approach that they used. So basically, before treating the real heart, they tested their treatment plan on a virtual heart. That is so wild. It's so wild to me, and it's pretty cool that this work is also happening in critical care. So there's some reviews that you can find in different journals that have explored how digital twins could be used in ICUs, acute care settings, where patients generate huge amounts of like real-time data from monitors and like labs and medications, ventilators give off their output, and then like clinical interventions as well, pre and post. And the goal is to not just describe like what's happening, but to predict what might happen next. And so you can think about like acute kidney injury and how that can happen in sepsis, but like how do we predict it? The start of organ failure. Could this type of digital twinning help us model progression? Pharma is interested, obviously, because digital twins are being explored in drug discovery and clinical trials to simulate disease, predict treatment response, improve trial design, and potentially reduce failures before they become extremely expensive. I mean, you think about the new Leqembi and drugs that are coming out for like Alzheimer's. It would be interesting if those monoclonals could be twinned, right, and studied, and we could figure out what the new thresholds are or rates are for individuals who are having progressive memory loss. So where's the lab angle, right? You're listening to SUPERSTAT. You want to know what the lab angle is. One, I like talking about AI, and so I think that that's interesting. We like talking about, precision medicine and the future of healthcare, and so these models are built on data. And we know that the most structured, longitudinal, objective, physiological data in healthcare comes out of the lab. That's what we own that. And so if we're talking about genetics, molecular results, therapeutic drug monitoring, we're talking about chemistry and biomarkers and pathology. These all trend over time, can trend over time. And while the headline could be AI builds a digital patient, the foundation is really still rooted in diagnostics. I mean, think again, we used cardiology earlier. Think about that. We're measuring troponin and muscle injury and BNP for fluid overload. And so these types of things require you to build a reliable digital human on good data. You can't do it on bad data. And that means that pre-analytics start to matter. Specimen quality matters, reference intervals matter, harmonization of data and interoperability matter, bias in data sets across populations matter, and the role of us, the lab, definitely, absolutely matters. And so today I learned a new thing, which is digital twins are not just futuristic avatars of patients. They're a preview of where medicine may be headed. More predictive, more personalized, data-driven, hopefully more proactive. But the future only works if the data is trustworthy. So the next time someone says AI is going to change medicine, maybe our lab response should be cool. How can we help validate the data? And before medicine gets a digital twin, we need to have a seat at the table. So if we should build a table if we aren't invited to the current one, or build a chair and make it scoot up to the table that's already there. But anyway, I mean, welcome to the future. It's exciting. I want to know what your thoughts are. Hit us up in the comments and tell us, like, did you know about this? And what are your thoughts about using this in medicine moving forward? How would this actually work? It is exciting. It's a little Black Mirror. And as usual, the lab is kind of in the background of the discussion. But this is a cool opportunity for us to be on the forefront. All right, keep asking all the questions and stay curious. See you next week on SUPERSTAT.